Hello, and thank you for your time. My name is Ashwin Ram. I'm the program manager tasked with the successful delivery of the cyber strategy and transformation program. My primary objective for this meeting is to provide you transparency and seek endorsement to the executive committee so that we can execute this cyber transformation program. I have been working closely with CISO and a small working group on planning and mobilizing the execution of this strategy. My aim is to start this transformation program in Q4 of this year. The program budget for phase 1 has already been approved and allocated. I'm seeking this approval with a sense of urgency due to evolving threats such as this. After successful attacks, cyber criminals are now not only demanding ransom from healthcare providers like us, but actively looking to exploit the weak and vulnerable, such as our patients. As you may have heard, one of our competitors suffered a breach resulting in over 40,000 patient records being stolen. The attackers not only demanded a hefty ransom, but also reached out to individual patients and demanded a ransom from them. One of the victims was a patient coming to terms with the news that he may not have long to live. Cyber criminals threatened to release extremely personal and highly damaging notes from his therapy sessions. So as this patient was preparing for the final stage of his life, cyber criminals took advantage of the weakness in the protection of the crown jewels of our competitor to make the life of this patient a living hell. The concern we have is that we too are storing and processing this type of very sensitive data. Our data also includes vulnerable children. The Australian Cybersecurity Centre has put out warnings about this evolving threat trend. The healthcare provider in question is also facing a class action from some patients whose details were compromised in this attack. There are significant questions being raised in the media about why the healthcare provider failed to implement basic foundational security controls. Given our relatively low cyber maturity level, we are concerned that a similar attack could result in many of our patients being exposed. To ensure we focus on all current and emerging cyber threats, we are prioritizing these attack vectors that are most frequently exploited based on industry research and advice from the Australian Cybersecurity Centre. Maturing our security capability to address the threats from the top 4 most successfully exploited attack vectors is our key goal in phase 1, which is the focus of today's meeting. Protecting our crown jewels, delivering cyber awareness training, and securing our cloud environment are our top priorities. We will also prioritize identity and authentication and enable additional controls in our existing email security to strengthen our ability to fight off new phishing attacks. Vulnerability management capabilities will enable us to quickly address risks from our software suppliers. According to ACSC, cyber criminals are leveraging weakness in software supply chain at an alarming rate. Given the sense of urgency, we will adopt an agile project delivery methodology to deliver minimum viable products. I have successfully delivered projects using this methodology in the last 3 of my enterprise security programs. I'm very confident this approach will deliver an efficient operating model so that we can build repeatable processes and deliver on agreed upon target state. To ensure we take a holistic approach, our steering committee is a cross-functional team with domain experts and business stakeholders. The goal of this steering committee is to eliminate waste, address critical blind spots, maximize the value of cybersecurity investment, and ensure we are delivering value quickly. The steering committee is made up of various executives, including the program sponsor, Darren Argyle, our CIO, and the cyber strategy owner, Phil Zongo, our CISO. Budget accountability and procurement will be the responsibility of Jan Schuder, our head of finance. who reports into the CFO. We have also enlisted our legal team as risk advisors. The head of HR is part of our steering committee. This will ensure we can quickly address any critical hiring requirements. To ensure we are able to successfully deliver this transformation, we will hire an external, highly experienced change manager. One of the primary responsibilities of the change manager will be to operationalize our security capability and ensure its sustainability. The committee is also made up of security experts to ensure we deliver effective security controls and processes that tie into our existing and future environments. They will also play a key role in remediation of any delivery that require additional focus. We have enlisted to our steering committee heads of various business units that will be impacted by the capabilities being delivered. This steering committee will be meeting once a month. These are the key KPIs we will be reporting to this governance committee on a quarterly basis to demonstrate our progress. We are prioritizing activities to identify where our crown jewels, such as our patient records, payment systems, intellectual properties, core business applications are located, so that we can apply our list of non-negotiable cybersecurity controls across these crown jewels. Our first KPI will reflect an uplift in the maturity of our crown jewel security. As we deliver additional security capability, we will continually assess and enhance the security of our crown jewels. This is reflected in the second KPI. According to our steering committee, the last phishing exercise conducted by an external cyber awareness partner was over 2 years ago. And unfortunately, 18% of our employees failed the phishing test exercise, leading to many of them exposing their corporate credential. This included some senior management. We are prioritizing the cyber awareness training and will report on its effectiveness by 2 key metrics. One of the collective concerns of the Cyber Steering Committee is the potential attack surface as a result of the digital transformation work that is already in progress to enable telehealth services. To ensure completed projects are in line with the highest level of protection, we will ensure all new security capabilities are integrated into projects delivered by the Digital Transformation Initiative. We are already in conversation with a number of cloud security vendors and are very confident of being able to quickly enhance our capability to reduce the risk of any potential security oversights. Our delivery will be focused on automating as much of the capabilities as possible to ensure ongoing success, and we will use these KPIs to report on our progress. Identity access management, multi-factor authentication, cyber risk assessment, and vulnerability management are all key initiatives that will provide us with maximum uplift in our cyber maturity level. And the following already agreed upon KPIs will be used to report our progress to this governance committee. To deliver an uplift in identifying and protecting our crown jewels, we will require 2 full-time headcounts. Various technologies will be required to deliver this uplift. Some of these technologies, such as next-gen firewalls, are already in place and require only licenses to be purchased and capabilities configured, while other controls will need to be acquired, such as document security and discovery engines. Our approach is to build, measure, and learn quickly so that we can deliver value quickly. This approach will allow us to template our process as a blueprint so that we can build repeatable tasks and accelerate delivery. Cyber awareness and education capability will be delivered as an on-demand capability. This will include the gamification of some trainings. We require 2 full-time headcounts to deliver this capability initially, and 1 full-time headcount for ongoing support and maintenance. We will operationalize cyber safety training by implementing processes to ensure training is delivered to all new and existing employees frequently. Cyber training will be focused on users' roles and tasks specific to their job. This capability will be primarily the responsibility of L&D, or our learning and development team. We will also upgrade our existing next-gen firewall rules for web filtering to provide additional guidance should users violate our acceptable web usage policy. Cloud security posture management will require 2 full-time headcounts. Our team will receive training from the cloud security vendor to onboard their offering. We will be implementing various processes to automate DevOps process to deliver agile applications without security being a bottleneck. Our focus will be to ensure all our cloud applications and cloud infrastructure are in line with security best practice. To accelerate project delivery, we will assign a small group of users from all parts of our business into a virtual group. This virtual group will be the first team to cut over to newer technologies so that we can quickly identify problems across the entire organization with minimal user impact. This approach has been proven to accelerate delivery while reducing negative user experience, since any impact is limited to a small virtual group. Program structure for additional capabilities such as identity access management, vulnerability management, and multi-factor authentication are in the pre-reading document provided prior to this meeting. As indicated in the pre-reading document shared with this governance committee, these are the potential risks to the delivery of the transformation program. Let me focus on the 2 most likely scenarios. Potential uncertainty due to COVID-19 lockdown may result in access to appropriate skilled resource, delivery of hardware, and physical access to our IT infrastructure. To continually uplift our security capability, we will reprioritize projects that can be worked remotely, such as those that rely on cloud infrastructure and SaaS offerings. There is a cyber skill shortage in the market. Should this hinder our ability to build out our SOC capability internally for 24/7 monitoring, an alternative option is to outsource this capability to a managed detection and response provider. As an added benefit, this approach will very quickly mature our SOC capability and has the full support of our SOC managers. We have funding set aside for this risk scenario. Our steering committee is confident the risk mitigation strategy for all of these scenarios will be effective. Given the program hasn't started, there are no progress report at present. However, this is an example of the agreed upon format that the members of this governance committee have advised for future reporting to track progress. To ensure our program has legitimacy, we will align to the CIS controls framework indices to track our cyber resilience capability maturity. And we will provide an update to this governance committee as part of our quarterly meetings. This transformation strategy is designed to bring our risk appetite to acceptable levels, in line with our industry peers, community expectation, and the Australian privacy law as outlined in the Privacy Act of 1988. Here, you can see our current alignment to CIS maturity and our planned alignment at the end of phase 1. I will use these indices to demonstrate our progress. So to summarize, budget for phase 1 of the program is already approved and allocated. Cyber steering committee is set up and functioning. Program delivery structure is in place, and we are confident of meeting our goals. KPIs are already accepted by you, the members of this governance committee. We have highlighted potential risks and are confident we can address them if they arise. Our approach will deliver value quickly. Resources are aligned to deliver maturity capability in line with the CIS controls framework. Thank you. Please let me know if you have any questions.